In this week's Security Weekly, based upon the interest and really the news coverage of the allegations of Russian involvement in the American election this year, I wanted to spend some time talking about the role that intelligence agencies play in the foreign policy process. Really, intelligence agencies around the world are involved in gathering the information that's required to really drive the foreign policy process. Basically, like any negotiation in business, a diplomatic negotiation is based on a lot of bluster, disinformation, and really just efforts to confuse your opponent. It's just, basic negotiation. For an intelligence agency from the outside looking at the U.S. election, you're going to look at all the candidates. And I have no doubt that they try to apply every possible tool of the intelligence toolkit for that process. That would have meant everything from meeting with staff members and the candidates themselves to things like human intelligence, technical intelligence. And of course, part of that technical intelligence today involves hacking. And when we're looking at the hacking, I have no doubt again that a large intelligence agency, whether it's the Chinese, the Russians, or even someone like the French or Israelis, wasn't trying to hack all the candidates and really both political parties at the same time. It's imperative for them to understand the positions of these candidates and of these parties and how that's going to impact them going forward. Where this election got interesting was with the allegations that the Russians were trying to tip the election by leaking information that they had obtained from the Democratic side to kind of make Hillary Clinton look bad and some of the DNC members. This type of operation basically gets beyond just simple information gathering and goes more towards really active measures, trying to influence things. And of course, that can also be very complex. It may not be as obvious as trying to influence one side or the other. It could also be the ability of causing dissension, division, confusion within the United States, trying to divide and conquer, as it were. So even if the Russians were involved, and it does appear that they were involved with some hacking abilities, it's not really clear that they necessarily wanted Trump to win for Trump to win. They win just by the United States being divided, being bickering, by us having this conversation today. It really helps to weaken the United States, and it allows Russia to proceed with pursuing their strategic objectives without having to worry about being countered by a strong and united American counterpart.